friends, it's Molly West, Sensible Stitches, and I have so much to show you. I haven't filmed a Flosstube in a long time. This is a YouTube channel about cross stitch, and I just wanted to go through some of my finishes, some of my whips, and say hi to everyone. So I'm gonna run through these guns a-blazing. I'm gonna hustle through, and the main reason is because I'm so into one of my cross stitches that I just want to go get back in my stitchy chair and finish what I'm working on. And that is kind of the reason that I haven't filmed in a long time. I haven't wanted to set aside, you know, the time to record and then the time to edit. So I've just continued stitching right along. Sorry, friends, but I'm back. I'm going to start with two FFOs. The first one was finished for me by Faye Rigsby, and she did an absolutely beautiful job. This is a design by Homespun Elegance, and I have passed the stash on this one, so I don't have it anymore. It's called The Holiest of Nights, and it's a gift for my sister. And look at that pretty backing fabric she used. It is so beautiful. She did a wonderful job. I'm thrilled. So this gets to, this is going to my sister at the beginning of December. She has a birthday then, so that is when I will gift that to her. The next one is a gift for my dad. And this pattern was from Picks to Pat, or whatever it's called, Pick to Pat, or something like that. It's where you convert your own photograph. Now it can't be like a professional photograph. It has to be your own photograph, and then they change it over for you. And so this is the photograph, or this is the pattern that I got. This is for my dad, and I stitched the horse as called, and basically just eyeballed everything else. The rails, I eyeballed. I did fields of green. I used different blends for the greens, and then I created a shadow under the horse and stitched the sand down below. I ordered the border on Etsy, and then I had it framed by 123 Stitch. Oh, I'm sorry, not 123 Stitch. Total Framing. It's going to be one of those videos. That's okay. Total Framing did the framing for me, and I think that they did a really nice job. So this is ready to go to my dad. I have one for my sister and one for my dad. I finished this one. This is a Little House Needleworks Suffrage Act. And I finished this one, I guess, a couple days before Election Day. And I'm thrilled with how it came out. I changed all of the colors. And it's so pretty. I'm really thrilled with it. I love it. I have not FFO'd it, obviously. In fact, I have 3 things that I have finished and not FFO'd. This is a Leslie Tier pattern, and it's part of a 3-part series called The Oriental Landscapes, and this particular piece is called The Lovebirds, and it's out of a book. And it's finished, and it's so pretty. It has a lot of backstitch in it. But I really just love it. And I've already put a few stitches, not enough to show, but I've put a few stitches in the second part of the series. And then my third and final finish is my Japanese sampler by Modern Folk Embroidery. And this is so beautiful. Now on the one I just showed you and on this one, they're both on bright white 28 count even weave. Though the Suffrage Act Proclaimed was on a 40 count. On these 2 bright whites, I will probably give them a coffee bath. They were both stitched in DMC, and so I'm not worried about any of the colors bleeding. This one is a blend. The Leslie Tier piece had probably about 6 different DMC blues in it. So I will give both of them a coffee bath to age them just a little bit, dry them out and frame them, but I'm probably going to wait until I finish the entire series of 3 before I coffee bathe the Leslie Tier one. Okay, so my whips. Let's start with Forget Me Not by Blackbird Design. I'm really close to a finish on this guy. It's so pretty. Let's see. And this is where I have gotten. I am stitching this 1/1 on 40 count. Let me tell you the name of the Winter's Brew. And I am using overdyed floss from Stash, and I have changed the numbers to 1921, and I have used the darker blend on my grandmother's initials, so this will be an homage of her. And so I'm really happy with the progress I'm making here. I think I just have a few days left and I can get that one finished up. Oh, this piece does have some specialty stitches in it. It has some eyelets, things like that. So if you don't love specialty, that might not be the stitch for you. But they're all very easy. Great instructions on the pattern. Okay, let's see. My next piece is long dog sampler. Every video I butcher that, and I don't feel like I've gotten just a ton done on this since the last time I saw you guys. Where's my cover picture? It's right in here. Should be. Where are you? There it is. So one day mine will look like this. Isn't it pretty? But today it looks like this. This is 28 count bright white. Let me hold it back. So I finished, let's see, I stitched in the rest of this pot. There were missing motifs over here. The two crowns, actually I think several of the crowns on this side have been stitched in since you saw it last, and 3 of the 5 flowers in this pot have been stitched in since you saw it last. And I stitched this this vase or pot since you saw it last and brought over and stitched in the number. I did not stitch in there. I was hoping to get this finished this year. There's no way. So I am not stitching in my 20 because better safe than picking out a bunch of numbers. So this is where it is. I feel like it looks great. I'm excited about the progress. It's just slow and steady. I try and work on it 4 days every single month. Some months I work on bits of it that look a little bit more exciting than other months, but you know, you gotta stitch the border, you gotta stitch the words to make it all come together. So it gets 4 days of love every month. I cannot wait to get that one completely done. Let's see, my next whip, and this is almost 2 months worth of progress, friends. My next whip is, Sarah Giramani, and this is her nativity piece. And I think I had this on, I was supposed to be working on this today, but I'm all into something else right now, so I'm not doing it. This is the size that the piece will end up being, and that is what I have finished on it. This will take me a long time. This is a very large piece. It is 278 by 263. Not as big as I thought, sorry. But still big. It is on a 20 count bright white. And since you saw this, the last time you saw this, I had a camel, 1 donkey, and I think maybe 1 duck. So I've stitched in this girl. I finished the palm tree. I had started the palm tree. I finished this woman here, the second donkey, and I have started on the donkey handler on this side. I am nowhere near the manger scene. Nowhere near that, but this is beautiful, and I love pulling it out during like Jolly July and during the holiday season. So this will get more love during November and December. So it will be in rotation for a while yet. Let's see, what is this? The next thing, oh, here's a little start. It's tiny, but it's a little start. I started Cooper by Kathy Barrett. Isn't he lovely? One of my favorite people to order from on Etsy is Jen Stitchnitch. Y'all, I mean, you would think she lives next door. I don't get it. I order something on Etsy and like within 2 days it has arrived. I have never in my life experienced customer service quite like her. So I also watch her Flosstube, and she stitched Cooper and it was just amazing. So I wanted to stitch him too. So I am currently working on the branch, and I've put in a little bit of the outline of the tail, but the tail actually comes much lower than this. I've only gotten the black bit down here, and I'm using the called for DMC. I'm not going fancy floss on this. And this is on, let's see what I'm stitching this on. I think it's 40 count. Let me look. No, 36 count platinum. It's been really fun. It's always fun to have a new start. So that was fun. And then let's see what this is. What is this? Oh, I know what this is. This is Hannah Longstreth. Isn't she a beauty? I am missing one of the silks I need. I just need to go online and order it. And I'm still working on the first 2 motifs, and that's okay. I mean, you know, here's the size of the piece, and here's where I am, and that's okay. I am using the called for NPI silks. Let me see if I can get that to show up just a little better. Holding it. Let's see. There is a pale pink in there. There it is. And I am missing the called for NPI that goes right in the center there. It's the only one that I'm missing. So I just went ahead and started branching over to the next motif. I only spend a day or 2 on this piece at a time. Unlike everyone else, I prefer working with cotton. So I don't mind silk. And let me also say that I love the way that it has its own like shimmer. Oh, gorgeous. It's just not my favorite. I stitch more quickly, and I think that my stitches are prettier when I use cotton, unlike a lot of folks, but we all get to pick and choose. It's turning out gorgeous though, no complaints. I also stitched a little bit on Phronsie, 1870. I am stitching only Phronsies a dog. Is that the cutest? And I am stitching him on, I know what this is. This is 40 count Valor. And I made good progress on this little fella. I have officially finished his dog bed, and I finished his tail and some of his feet, and I am working up his back, and I am thrilled. I think I'm going to finish this into a pillow and give it to my mom. So cute. So then I'll have a stitch for my sister, a stitch for my dad, and if I ever finish this one, a stitch for my mom. So that is fun. I love giving my stitching away. Here, you put this in your home. Let's see what's next. Oh, another gift stitch. The last 2 things I have are both gift stitches too. So I have been working on Thumbelina. I would like to get a finish on this by January for my daughter's birthday. And Thumbelina is in this book, Fables and Fairy Tales. And the name of the designer is Veronique, and it's not engineer. Let me show you. I will get it very close so you can see. Right there. Right there in red. And when the piece is finished, it should look something like this. Sorry, the pattern is on the other page, is the reason I'm holding it wonky. And I am letting my daughter select which motif she wants me to stitch at a time. You know, as I finish a motif, I allow her to pick the next motif to come up. And these are the ones that she has selected. Is that not the cutest dang thing you have ever seen? So the one I'm working on right now is this one over here. But I have gotten 2 of the larger motifs finished, and it feels really good. There is so much back stitch and so much detail and so much confetti, and I love it, I love it, I love it. I love confetti. I love back stitch. I mean, like the things that people are going, ah, yuck. I love it. Bring it. Bring the confetti. Bring the back stitch. I just think it brings things to life. Now here's my kicker. I picked this up about 5 days ago or something, and I can't put it down. I mean, like, I'm gonna throw my calendar out the window because this is all I'm wanting to stitch right now. This is a gift for my mother-in-law, and during the summer I finished the large center motif, and then I wanted to finish these 2 motifs, and I have changed every single color. I am not using the silks. I am using a lot of overdyed flosses and some DMC, but I have just done a conversion on my own. And there she is, friends. Oh my goodness. She's beautiful. Okay, so during the summer, I finished, or I guess maybe that was like August, maybe it was in September actually. I finished Mary. And then I have completely finished this motif on this side. I filled in 2 small motifs and the candlestick. And then I put in this candlestick, and then I've started on this one. I am missing the mirror of that. So I'm missing like a large flower up here that has a good bit of confetti, and I have not finished the bottom area here, but this will be finished today. I will not be going to sleep today until this one is done. And I am so thrilled with this. I love this. This is what I'm going to continue stitching on. My plans during November and December are to stitch a lot on this and to work on some of my Christmas stitches. I've got, I think about 3 or maybe 4. I just picked such huge pieces, but I have 3 or 4 that I'm going to rotate through. I have absolutely no illusions of finishing a Christmas piece this year. None of them are small. They're all big old Christmas pieces. I didn't pick an ornament. So anyways, but I'm thrilled to have 2 fully finished items, 3 finished items, and a lot of works on a lot of whips. I hope everyone's doing great. I hope y'all are getting lots of stitching in, and you have a great Thanksgiving. I will be back towards the end of the year to let you guys know what's been going on, and talk to y'all later. Bye.